What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with the season finale of Porsha Family Matters. Let's get into it. So Portia's in her confessional, getting ready to film, and the mic guy is preparing her segment, and she thought that was Dennis. Oh my God! I thought you were Dennis. You got the beard, you got the windbreaker. I thought it was Dennis coming into my dressing room. Oh my God, no. Portia, not everybody looks like Dennis. There are multiple men in this world that has a beard, that's bald, that wears windbreakers. That is not the ideal look of Dennis, okay? The more and more she keeps on trying to say she doesn't want to move on from Dennis, she finds other ways to bring Dennis up, I guess. So, Dennis comes over to drop off PJ, right? And Portia wants him to come over and have a conversation, come inside. He said, I don't know. What? You think you'll turn to dust if you come in? I don't know what the hell would happen to me if I walk over this threshold. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? He decides not to go in, and he'll see them for tomorrow for PJ surgery. And then, of course, he said what happened in Mexico should have never happened, but we have to move forward and do what's best for PJ. The fact that Dennis is walking around on eggshells, knowing what happened, knowing what needs to be addressed, he's still moving forward while Portia's in La La Land thinking that everything is addressed, everything is moving forward, and everything is just swept under the rug when she don't even realize she did wrong. Even though I'm jumping ahead, but Portia really is looking around like nothing bad happened. We did not see the breakdown of what happened last week. We didn't see it. And we shouldn't be like, this is weird. And of course, I think Dennis said Portia will step on your shoe and not even apologize that she stepped on your shoe. She'll say, oh my God, I stepped on your shoe. None. No accountability. And hell, I wouldn't even want to trust while walking over that house anyway. Hell, is it safe? Is it purified? Did you bless it? What's gonna happen to me if I walk over? You know what I'm saying? Then she says she never wanted a threshold relationship. But the way things happen, she might as well move forward. Portia, you keep on talking about how you are not trying to be what your mother did. Your mother just dropped you off at your daddy's house and never thought to have a conversation, never thought to be more friendly towards your daddy and his wife, Lauren's mom at the time, or still is, I don't know. Like, you have entered the generation for your daughter to deal with a threshold relationship where Dennis can come in, drop off, and leave. You did that. And you don't want to take accountability as to how it led to the relationship you didn't want to have. I'm Liz. Lauren comes over to our house to set up signs for the Hosea Williams Foundation coming up on Saturday. And she wants to help her make some signs and everything. So Aunt Liz gives Lauren her props on trying to come up with a better way for everybody to come together, make peace, find different ways of dealing with the issues that they're aware of. And don't look at it as a failure because you did try. And the people that I did see actually take this seriously was Mama Gina and Dennis, okay? Because you had the best intentions of making this family come together, even though it did not end the way you wanted to, but you was on point from the beginning, you know? And like she said, Mama Gina was the perfect example of showing accountability for this retreat because we saw Mama Gina says how she needs to learn how to forgive, but also learning how to forgive, she's asking to be forgiven. And Dennis, she wants to give Dennis the old black man of America, father of the year conversation. And I believe in him and I hold him in no disregard of what happened in Mexico. None whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Because while looking at the situation for what it was, Aunt Liz definitely saw through the bullshit from Portia. She did. So we get to PJ's surgery. Of course, cameras can come in due to COVID restrictions, but PJ came through. She's walking around, and of course, Portia was in a child in pain. Nobody wants to see their child in pain. She's so tiny, she's so small to go through a very serious surgery, and it's just flashing back and forth between Portia holding her, Dennis in the hospital helping her, and of course, she talks about how her and Genesis came from the biggest blowout, the biggest crazy thing that happened between us, and a week later they're in the hospital together, being there for baby PJ. It's her worst nightmare. Where Portia, you the one that set that up. This your worst nightmare because it's because of you. You did that. Okay? And Dennis knows what goes on between him and Porsha. He knows it's not over. He knows it's going to be a conversation, but he wants to be present for PJ because he remembers at the age of 2, his father wasn't there, and he doesn't want PJ to not remember her father being there because he is going to be there for her for everything. Porsha says, I don't even know what to say to him. I don't even know if he knows what to say to me. Well, Porsha, the thing about it is whenever you want someone to say something to you, you want them to say, I apologize. And you say, okay, that's cool. We're going to move forward because you play no part, right? No part. So Aunt Liz FaceTimes Dennis to say, hi, how's he doing? I love seeing you smile. And how's baby PJ? She's good. She's not drinking, so we're going to stay another day. And she said, okay, I'm happy you're staying there, but I want to talk to you. Pretty much let you know that the situation that you were in was a very serious situation that you could not leave. You tried to leave a situation that you was unable to leave out of. And I hold no blame towards you about what happened in Mexico. What Aunt Liz is saying, you were jumped, you were ambushed by the women of this family, and that wasn't right. And you never had a chance to fully explain yourself because we were so consumed in the crazy melee of Porsha, Aunt Darlene, and Storm. A little bit with Lauren too. Londi. Londi has lunch with Porsha, and we're bringing up this damn robe again. Londi, why didn't you give him back his robe? Why do you still have it? Here go Porsha. Oh my God, give Dennis back his robe. I don't want his robe no more. Simon said I can't have it. We know why. Because Simon don't want you to have another man's things. You need to just keep it a buck and Ted, don't take my stuff. I'm not ready to let it go yet. But now that Simon told you to give Dennis back his things, you don't want to make him mad. Porsha, you should have just let him have the damn robe. And I don't know why we're now getting a conversation about the robe now. Why are we getting this robe conversation? This conversation should have been held when it happened. I know it was brought on the trip, but we should have got a private conversation between Lauren, Lonnie, and Porsha by saying, listen, girl, at the end of the day, you moving on with another man. Why are you worried about this robe? Okay? Let him have his robe. Oh, I'm tired. Why are we going backwards? Get him the man's damn robe, please. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. So, Londi wants to talk to her about why did I hear from Dennis that you were the one that told him to fire me? Or yeah, why did he tell you to fire me? And I know when Porsha tends to get emotional, things go left, and I don't want that to happen again. Too late, it happened, and you fell for it. So yeah, the robe, blah blah blah. And she said, me and Lauren had every intention telling you about the robe, but other people got involved. What other people? You know what other people got involved, i.e. Storm. She was the one that got in, and I felt like you didn't even try to see the point on my side. Well, because we know the backstory between Lauren and Storm, right? And how Storm was piping in about the principle of the robe, but it wasn't anything of Porsha's to have. The ownership of the robe wasn't to her, it was to Dennis. And she's harping on it because something of a man that she's still in love with has left her possession and she wasn't ready to let go of. Storm piping in the background, speaking something she doesn't really know. Then we get to the dinner where all the energy that Storm was giving Londi was completely shut down because she's talking about her abusive story. And while Londi is trying to get her point across, even though she did interrupt Storm, it was still like a change. How can Storm want to talk about an abuse, but yet the other night she wanted to say, well, what are you gonna do? She wanted to beat Londi's ass, right? And since Porsha did not want to hear from Londi how Londi was defending the situation and understanding how you feel, but at the same point in time, girl, you moved on. This robe shouldn't mean much to you. This is Porsha's answer. Well, she was the closest next to me. She was the closest next to you? What? Londi. Porsha likes to play stupid because that answer was dumb as hell. And it was. That makes no sense, Porsha. You wanted to defend Storm because Storm was the one caping for your ass. Either you promised Storm camera time, you promised Storm a breakout story or something, but you using that she was closest to you, the reason why you did not want to listen to Londi, okay, fine, fine. She said, I believe throughout the trip you made excuses for her. And you did. You did. You did. Porsha said, I am just as close with her as I am with you. No, you're not, Porsha, because your other cousin came online last week and said how you haven't you have not come out and spoken to her since her mother passed. Both you and your mama. Y'all have not spoken to her. But when it came down to the show, you instantly called her out. You instantly called her to be a part of this fake village that you have. You are not as close as your family as you say you are, Porsha, and this fucking proves it. Because Dennis said in the 5 years he's been in the family, he has not seen Storm come around not once. Y'all never had a phone conversation and say, let's hang out, and all of a sudden, she's your bestie? Please, no. No. And Londi said, I think Porsha is being defensive because while I am talking to her, I don't think she's hearing me. I think she's hearing just to respond. She's not listening to listening because Porsha is a self-centered ass little girl. She's a self-centered ass child. When it doesn't revolve around her, she throws a fit, she makes faces, she acts uninterested, she acts nonchalant. She shows no type of gratitude or appreciation for other people doing things for her, but not doing things for her, but she shows no impact, no empathy for other people. If it's not centered around her, she's not going to care. And so she talks about the tequila tasting. And while things were being said, more things have come up. And Dennis told me you were the one to tell him to fire me. Porsha. Like season 9. Who said that? I don't remember saying that. I don't remember that. So Porsha goes all the way around to hide the fact that she did say it by coming at Londi by telling her, so I didn't know I was going to stick my foot in shit if you're going to believe everything that Dennis said about me. Like, why would you believe Dennis than you believe me? You think I would go out of my way to do this to you? But I know Dennis would. You going to believe what Dennis told you? You're not going to believe me? You think I want to purposely shit on you? I said, I know you're not going to do this, Porsha. I know you're not about to go all the way around, up and down the street, up and way back around the street to avoid taking accountability that you did fire her. You did fire her. Just say you did. And because Londi said, no, I wouldn't have believed him, but he did ask me, why does Porsha treat me so bad? And, oh, it's because I'm not in the inner circle. I can believe that. The inner circle meaning you don't find Londi as beautiful as you think you, Storm, Diane, and Lauren, right? Londi is your first cousin on your father's side. You would think you have a better relationship with her, but you look at her as the bald-headed stepchild, and you treat her like one too. But she knows you. But since she does not appeal to you the way that you want her to be, you literally ice her out. And you iced her out with Storm. You iced her out with everything else because she was on Dennis's side and she saw how the situation became you and Simon and she didn't believe you. And since she was not about to be whimmed and wooed into your land of milk and cookies fantasy, you iced her out. Just like how you've iced everybody else out when they do not bend to your will, when they're not bend to the bullshit you want them to believe, you ice them out. And then here she goes, blaming Dennis, not taking accountability. Dennis wants to create issues. He wants my world to be upside down. No, Porsha, he don't. Dennis sees through the bullshit and you're mad that everybody is not just mad at Dennis for cheating on you, but are agreeing to the bullshit that we're seeing in front of you. Dennis has been around your family for over 5 years and he has been a standpoint of a pivotal member of your family, and people see the good in him and they see how, okay, so even though Dennis did what he did, we're not seeing the bullshit that Porsha comes along with that we've never seen before because we were so mad about Dennis cheating on her. Now we see what Porsha's really is. Now we see who she is. We see. And then, of course, okay, so you don't believe it, put in layman's terms. When Dennis told me that you fired me, Dom and Lauren made a face was like, it's kind of true. You did fire her. You did. So with Dennis telling Porsha, no, with Dennis telling me that Porsha treats me bad, it was weird little things that started off. Like she came over, she fired her, but she never told her that she was fired. And while she was at the home, her new assistant Dom was there. And then out of nowhere, she says, "Oh, by the way, you're not my assistant anymore. You're gone. Goodbye." That is not that is improper boss employee etiquette. How you hire somebody but never tell the other employee that they're fired or give them 2 weeks notice. You never did that. And she said that Lonnie worked so hard to be her assistant, but one time she packed Portia's bag and did not pack her toiletries in a separate plastic bag. So baby oil was spilled all over her lambskin Chanel bag. And she was acting crazy. She swung it across the room, threw it, yelled at Lonnie, said, "Get out of here." And Lonnie agrees. That type of action was definitely over a Chanel bag. Now, Porsha, you got all this shit. You got wigs and bundles and shoes and furs and jackets. Everything else you have more than one item of the same brand. You mean to tell me you could not have found a way to get lambskin Chanel purse refurbished? You couldn't buy a new one? You're not broke. You can't find it. I understand when it comes to getting it in the season, getting it in the year, the trend, the styling. You don't want it to be messed up as a collector's item, but it's not like they don't have those purses on hand. And you have to be within good standing with the Chanel franchise, right? The Chanel brand to get a first look at the collection. So you mean to tell me all of that over Chanel bag? Granted, I understand the importance of a very expensive purse, but all of that wasn't necessary. I think you made a complete over the top dramatic scene to say you don't want Lionel to work for you anymore because she's not doing her job right or she's not being a good spy for me. I don't know, but you're not being honest about how exactly how you wanted her fired. So then she said, oh yeah, Lonnie asked her, "Do you think that we can never be closer? Did you ever think that you want to be closer to me?" Porsha, "I nowhere found, oh yeah, but you were, this is Porsha, but you were nowhere to be found when I was in an abusive relationship." Flashes back to her relationship with Cordell 8 years ago. Lonnie said, "I was in college." Yes, so you were not there for me, then I want to be there for you. Portia, you are grasping for straws for people to win, like bend, like what are you talking about? Abusive? Okay. Was Cordell controlling? Yes. Was he manipulative? Probably. Did he have some mental abuse? Probably. But Portia, Portia, there are a lot of members in your family that are dealing with probably just the amount or not a lot of things happening that are more important than you, okay? We're not going to drop what I'm doing, drop my college exams, drop my college experience to come over and woo 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 you over your boy, over your husband. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's gonna really like, she's gonna have to not always go back to Cordell. She can't always go back to Cordell to get sympathy out of folks. That was a long time ago. Are you not over that? Have you not grown from that? You cannot always use your past situation to to bend everybody to feel sorry for you. That was the past. I'm talking about now. In this situation between me, you, Storm, and Dennis, you was not there. You was not there for me. You was not there for Dennis. You wanted us to be against Dennis, and then we were when you found out we were on Dennis's side, you acted like a child. You had a temper tantrum, and everybody else who wanted to act just like you was annoying as hell because you want folks to be an ass kisser. We're not gonna be an ass kisser to everything that you say, Portia. We're not gonna do it. Oh my God! And if am I there yet? Am I there yet? Please tell me I'm there. Here we go. Here we go. So after that, um, Lonnie don't believe that I never said I wanted to be as close to you. I never not said I wanted to be as close to you. But okay, if you feel like I wasn't as close to you as you was close to me, okay, fine. Here you go. Porsha gets upset, throws a tantrum, say, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. This is bullshit. I'm tired of people telling me how I'm not there for my family. I am tired of this. No, it's bullshit. I'm tired of it. It's done. Excuse me, the producers, Porsha, family is important. Just listen. No, I don't want to listen. In her tone, no, because it's not about them. It's about me. Why aren't they being there for me? That's exactly what she wants to say. She wants to say, fuck everybody else's feelings. Why aren't you feeling for me? This is supposed to be about me, not about you. And then, of course, Londi starts crying and crying. And she immediately apologized to Porsha for making her angry, making her sad. I'm like, Londi, why are you apologizing to her? Porsha literally manipulated the fuck out of this situation to make you apologize to her so it can sway her and it could take the heat off her and put it on you. You are not in the wrong, Londi, but you were definitely, tricked. You were tricked in this moment by Porsha. She said, and this is Porsha not giving no fucks, but since she got an apology, she wants to say this. No, Londi, no, I'm not mad. I'm here for you. We are good. Okay, I'm happy you expressed your feelings towards me, and I'm going to be here for you. We're going to be okay. Londi regrets this dinner because she just wishes this never happened. And she just feels like sweeping under the rug. We're sweeping, we're sweeping, we're sweeping. I believe people sweep their issues under the rug only for Porsha's benefit because they know what Porsha will do to them and they don't want to go through that again. I don't think everybody in that family sweeps all the issues under the rug. I just think they sweep the issues when it comes to Diane's kids. When it comes to Diane's side of the family, they sweep things under the rug. I'm your big cousin. I'm here for you. Porsha goodbye good night. I really can't believe that made me mad for a second. I just really can't believe that Lonnie was manipulated and tricked like that into all of this. Literally glossing over what Porsha needs to apologize for needs to be taken accountability for. She switched it on Lonnie. I hate that. Dennis. He meets Auntie Liz for breakfast. She's asking him how's PJ doing. She's feeling better. We're in the hospital for over 2.5 days, but she's fine. On how was it with being with Porsha? Y'all was by yourselves, right? I mean, they had a short conversation, but right now it's not over. We want what's best for PJ, and he's mostly concerned about the conversation between Porsha and his mama, right? Aunt Liz gives Gina credit for taking that leap and moving forward, and I think she approached things differently. And Dennis doesn't understand the friction between Mama Gina and Porsha, but they haven't spoken. He sees his mom being extremely sad and frustrated about how this happened because they got future events coming. They got birthdays, holidays, and it's gonna be a very awkward situation. But he knows things will work out, and he doesn't know how we're gonna, how else we're gonna move forward because PJ is the important person here. So Aunt Liz did invite him to the upcoming event on Saturday. She wants him to bring hot dogs, so he'll call his distributor, but he won't be able to make it. He'll be in Detroit by Saturday. And he wants to come and see it. And she wants him to see the actual side of the full side of the Hosea Williams family. There are two sides. We got two different realities, two different personalities, and two types of people facing realities, okay? And Hosea Williams has 7 other kids. Versus then over here is Diane's side of the family. She said, I should stop saying that. I should stop separating. You think I should stop saying it? No, Aunt Liz, because you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because while we're supposed to be getting to know all of Porsha's family, we didn't get to know them. We only know Porsha's immediate family or her immediate flunkies that she was willing to let talk or read the script off. And it is true. When it comes to Diane and Porsha, we all have to make sure they okay, they cool. I don't understand why we can never be fully honest about how we feel about the situation. Why can't y'all be honest? Why? And it sucks that he won't be able to make it, but he does want to be there. He wants to be supportive. And Aunt Liz gives him his props for standing up and being that father. There are not a lot of fathers who doesn't take care of their kids, and you are standing up for them. And I'm proud of you. Now, while he was having a conversation with Aunt Liz, it slides over to Portia talking to Aunt Diane, right? Now, she's trying to make PJ breakfast because PJ hasn't been eating or drinking, so she looks very irritable. She looks very dehydrated. Give her some Pedialyte, Portia. That will help her get her energy back up and her appetite, right? But we gonna know what actually gave her appetite back. And they were talking about the conversation that they had in the hospital with Dennis. Portia brought all the things she can think of to avoid having a conversation with Dennis. And while they were ordering out, he asked her what he wanted to eat. Aunt Diane, Mama Diane talked about how food always brings a man and woman together. Okay. So while PJ was sleeping a lot, the conversation, he was ordering food. And then he apologized for what happened in Mexico, right? While he apologized to Mexico, Portia, okay, cool. You're not going to apologize for trying to swing on him, thinking that he hit you, but he didn't, throwing a plate, grabbing a boom mic, getting your aunt to stop, having your aunt pull on this man's down to the ground, dragging him, and your cousin literally trying to hit him. Can we talk about that, Portia? Can we talk about how you're apologizing? Because at the end of the day, Dennis entered the room and tried to defend himself and his mama, and he was literally outnumbered by all the women in your family. You're not going to apologize for that? Just, okay, cool. So, the producers asked her, so did you apologize? She said no. Okay. So now they're coming up on the Hosea charity event, and she said it's going to be peaceful, but now it's going to be even more peaceful because Dennis won't be coming. I'm Diane, Mama Diane. Yeah, people be a lot more comfortable. Mama Diane, shut up. Stop caping for your daughter's bullshit. Shut up, okay? Shut up. I swear to God, this is why your mama, this is why. Your mama never tells you that you're wrong. And since she doesn't tell you that you're wrong, you're not going to feel like you're wrong. And it's sad. And you're dealing with another person who are not going to see yet you're wrong because I can't. So, she's trying to get PJ to eat, right? But she didn't want to because she looked so in pain. PJ looked so distraught. But another day passed. They put the words on the screen. Oh no, I take that back. We're not there yet. Sorry. So, when she did eat at the hospital, they had to let her stay another day. But she did eat the hospital food to pass the requirements of leaving the hospital. But when she got back home, she went back on strike. She still don't want to eat. Portia again. She is at the home, and she invited a chef to teach her how to make Nigerian meat pies, right? So she doesn't know the difference between a Nigerian meat pie and it being a dinner or a snack. It can be both, I remember. And then, of course, she was confused. And now since she know that the meat pie can be a snack, she wants to ask her, can I order Uber Eats and present it in a meal? Could that be okay? Yeah. I don't know if it was just me, but if the chef was there to teach you a Nigerian meal, could you have asked her, can I make a side? Can I make an appetizer? Because I don't think a meat pie is going to be enough. And she could have told you, but you want to order Uber Eats out? Okay. So they're in the kitchen. They're in the kitchen creating the meat pies, everything else. Lauren and Lauren are sitting there watching. They're not even helping. They're watching. And right now the meal is made. She wants to kick everybody else out. Everybody else out. Thank you for helping me create a meal that I did not make. And she wanted the chef to throw some flour on her so it could look like she spent all day slaving in the kitchen. When Simon comes 15 minutes later, she wants to act all, oh my God, I was slaving in that kitchen. I was cooking a nice meal for you. Because he saw the flour. She was she wearing an apron? I don't remember. And she had the kitchen cloth. And he was like, something smells good. Something smells familiar. You made meat pies. I did, just for you. I saw a suey. I saw beef stew. I saw something with plantains. I'm like, okay, Portia. Okay. And the producers asked her, do you feel a little bad by taking the credit of making this food? Or do you feel bad for taking credit for this food? No. I know he gonna eat it because it's all good. Simon, you're gonna be eating takeout for the rest of your life because she ain't gonna cook for nothing. I'm not saying it's wrong for you to not cook, but she gonna be Uber eating the fuck out of you. You gonna be spending all your money on restaurants. She gonna hire a chef because she ain't touching nothing in that kitchen. You hear me? She ain't picking up no no pan, nothing. She gonna barely is heat up oatmeal for baby PJ and that's it. So Simon showed her the electronic document of his finalized divorce papers, and then in all his career, his lawyers never took this long to reach a settlement. Well, at the same point in time, of course, we were in the pandemic, and there was a lot of hidden information about Simon and Fallon's marriage. So they had to make sure it was all right because in the midst of the the divorce, Simon was doing some fuck shit in the meantime, which probably made it hard for his lawyers to get a final settlement. So hey, it is what it is, right? So now, since that's done, they want to consolidate their homes. They found the home, they signed it, they're about to move in, they're gonna raise their family. It's nice and warm, and she wants to start planning a wedding, buying wedding dresses to be your bride. And she asked him, "Would you do it all over again?" He said, "I would do it everything the exact way." Now, with her saying that they're gonna start their family, I want to know, where is Simon's family? Are you in close contact with the ex-wives and the mothers of his kids? Are you good with them? Because while you're trying to make us believe you're so good with your family, trying to blend this, are you good on their on his end? Is he doing that, or he trying to keep that separate too? I don't know. Let me find out. So it's the day of the Hosea charity event. They've raised over $2 million. It's the largest African American food bank in the region. They were wearing the Hosea Williams uniform, which was red shirt, blue overalls, and it was her father's idea because he never wanted to be bigger than the common man. I never wanted to be presented in a suit feeding to the hungry. I want to be relatable to them, and I love that idea. Everybody's coming in. We see Aunt Darlene. I don't know why she didn't think she was dressed in the actual Hosea Williams legacy, but she wore this snakeskin body print dress and this church lady hat. Lauren came in with her daughter Bailey. Lauren's spiritual advisor came. Lonnie was there from the beginning, setting up everything. And Porsha sends a video how PJ is still not eating. She's extremely hydrated. So her and her mom are going to take her to the hospital. And Simon's going to be there in representation of her, right? So everybody makes it. Yeah, I already said all that. And Lauren asked Lonnie if she really can't make it. No, because the video was very sad. So Aunt Liz has everybody to show the history of Hosea Williams. The food bank, they feed 51,000 people a year. Everybody is sitting down, getting ready to eat. Simon had, oh yeah, since Porsha couldn't make it, Aunt Liz wishes she was here, but we got to move forward. She appreciates Simon for coming here and being there for Porsha and allowing Dennis to be who he is. And I know it took some time in the beginning, but they're moving forward, right? He said, yeah, it did. They started off co-parenting really strong, but right now they got off on the wrong foot. Then he gives Aunt Liz a compliment of Porsha coming from a very strong family tree, right? And he knows that she is Hosea Williams' granddaughter, but the people in the family needs to start showing and treating the granddaughter of Hosea Williams, some respect. Aunt Liz's smile went down when he said the people need to start treating the granddaughter of Hosea Williams some respect. Your blue looking ass got me all the way fucked up. She said, first the fuck all, I know she didn't say that, but I know what I wish she would have said. You need to make sure you're treating the granddaughter of Hosea Williams with respect. That's your job. The people of this family have treated her with respect. So, since she didn't want to say that, but she said in the confessional, you have a good day, and God bless, and I love you. You got your motherfucking nerve, Simon, to come at her to tell her that they need to start showing some respect to Porsha? Are you fucking serious? And Simon went online today. He went online today to say that his conversation with Aunt Liz was out of context. He wasn't talking to Aunt Liz about telling her to respect Porsha. He meant the surrounding members of the family to give some respect to Porsha. That still says the same thing, Simon. Your Bagheera Baloo, ooh, your looking ass got me fucked up. Thinking that you have the audacity, the space, Porsha, get your man because he gonna definitely isolate you from your family. You ain't got nobody else to look for. You ain't got nobody else to gonna fend for this shit. I wanna know how is she gonna do damage control with this shit. I really wanna know. Cause how dare he say that? How dare he? Who are you? You coming in as the gold, not the gold digger, but you're looking for a come up, and Porsha is that come up for you. Ooh, I can't. That was so fucked up of him to say. I cannot believe he said that. You have no respect for nobody. And you expect for us to hell no. Go to hell, Simon. Go to hell. Go straight to hell. PJ started eating again. She asked for lemon pepper wings like her grandma. 4 months later, Porsha and Dennis continue to work on their co-parenting relationships, but unfortunately, they have not been able to come up with a mutually agreed plan. So they meet for dinner. It's awkward as hell. He thinks she's walking in with a card that he bought her. She said no. It's my press tour. Thank you, Simon. Goodbye and good night. So he wants to know how the engagement's going. Why do you care? Well, I mean, I haven't seen no houses lately. I just want to make sure it's all going good. And then yeah, we sold. I mean, we closed on the house. We move in next week. But I think he asked, "Did you get a prenup in place?" It's none of your business, Gina. He said, "You trying to be funny." So, um, Porsha said, "I want to live. I don't want to live in the past. I don't know. Dylan wants to live in the past, but I just want to move on with my life and let him move on with his life." So he's asking her, where are you moving to? She said, in the city. He said, oh, okay, that's cool. Then she brings up PJ's school. I didn't know we were deciding on schools. I thought, he said, what do you mean with schools? We haven't decided yet. I'm looking into schools now, but that was supposed to be your we. We were supposed to be looking at schools. I am scouting. So while he's continuing to ask where exactly is she living, she keeps going around looking dumbfounded. In the area. In the area. Stop being coy. Stop doing that. He's asking where are you living so he can know where his daughter is living too. He doesn't care that you're moving in with Simon. He does not care. He wants to know where his daughter is living in, okay? What part of the city? Atlanta's a big place. What part of the city you living in? In the area. Closer in the area. So you're not going to tell me where my daughter's living. You're going to know when you drop her off. Why are you trying to paint him out to be like he doesn't deserve to know where his daughter lives? He needs to know where his daughter is staying, Porsha. He doesn't give a fuck about you or Simon. He wants to know where his daughter is living. And you're talking about a school. He needs to know what school you're going to so I can know. So, she says that I know you texted Simon that you wanted us to meet and have a conversation. It's very interesting. Well, you said yeah because while I'm happy for you how you're moving forward with everything, I just want to let you know that's still 50% my kid, and I need to be a part of the decisions that you're making for her. See, but then of course I think it was the way that Porsha was acting as if he's not supposed to know what she does when it comes to Pilar. He's not supposed to, but that's how she acts towards him. Like, you don't need to know. I'm good, but that's my daughter. You act like I don't need to know where she's going, who she's seeing, and where she's staying. I don't need to know that. That's how you act sometimes. But then when she said that that's 50% his kids, she said, that's not aggressive. How? He's both part you and part him. Whenever something needs to go on, you need to have a conversation with him about it. So then, of course, she goes on and on about how, what she say? Oh, yeah, the family that I want us to be a blended family. It's not going to happen based on what happened in Mexico. And I want us to move forward. I know that in the beginning, it started off romantic, but now it's like you're becoming a brother. A brother? Do you hear yourself when you talk? Because you was not giving brother-sister vibes when you got mad that he brought a girl on the Mexico trip. That didn't sound like a brother. That sounded like a jealous, scorned woman to me. And why would you want to correlate romantic to brother? How about you just say we were romantic and we're now developing to being friends and co-parents? Brother should not have entered your vocabulary. That sounds weird. So, She said that he wasn't being honest with her. Honest with her about what? His intentions of building a family? I'm confused. Then she says, I have the utmost compassion for you and your mother. He says, stop bringing my mother into this. It's talking about me and you. Because the main conversation is us developing a co-parenting plan. Stop bringing other people involved. Stop doing that. And she said, we were going to be a blended family, but right now we need to be me, Simon, and Pilar, and you're Pilar's dad, and that's Pilar's grandma. That's where it needs to be. But Dennis is already solidifying that we're a family. It doesn't matter exactly what part you want me to play or how it's presented. We're a family either way. But she still wants to separate how Simon, Pilar, and Porsha, they're her family, and you're Pilar's dad. That's all you are. Okay. So now she regrets bringing everybody else in because that's not how the way it was supposed to go. Where Porsche, that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. You wanted us to see how your family is on board with the way you're getting married and how we should not have any questions. And Dennis needs to just suck it up and not question it and just be on board too. But there was a lot of unresolved issues that are there, but you want us to sweep it under the rug and focus on the family. Not focus on where the situation lies between the relationship between you and your sister, you and your cousin, you and your aunt, you and your mama, and you and Dennis. You just want us to get along with this fake ass relationship that you have. No. So now he said, okay, so we're coming with a co-parenting plan, right? We're coming up with that. So you wanted paperwork, but since you were being slow with paperwork, I sped it up. And I don't know why we can't sit down like adults and get this over with. So now he wants a legally binding document, meaning we are going to the court and have a actual planned out plan of how this joint custody is going to work. And then she said, a judge needs to be involved. No, what I'm talking about is a calendar where it might change, but we can talk about how you can come on this day, you can get her this week, you can get her this and this and this. That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the same thing, but I want an actual court decision for us having joint custody. Oh, you trying to get full, half? What are you trying to do? Joint. I want joint custody. Because I don't know how you want to equate to having a calendar not be any, like, Porsha, your mind is crazy for me. Because, like, okay, it's not just that. We got education, we got religion, we got travel. I want to be a part of those decisions so that way you don't just leave the country and not let me know that you're taking my daughter. I have 50-50 say on these things when it comes to my child. And you're not going to pay me out to be how I'm not here. How I have no say in what you're doing with my child. So since it's not agreeing to a Portia's mad that Dennis isn't swaying to her and she doesn't like how she's being questioned on what she can and can't do or what she should do. She wants to throw it all out the window by saying, so you're telling me that I've done that? Because you're not going to say I'm being irresponsible to my kid. He didn't say that. He said, I do not want to be left out of things when it comes to my child. Because he said, I know you're getting married, but that's still my kid. She's going to grow up, and I want to be part of those conversations. I want to be a part of it. I don't care who you're getting married. I don't care. I want to know where my daughter is going to be. I want to know, am I a part of the conversation you're going to have about her life? That's what I want to know, okay? So he brings up how I'm not privy to the knowledge of where my daughter is because you might want to whisk her and take her to London. She said, I didn't do that. You're not going to tell me how I'm being responsible. I already said all that. She says, you're never here. What do? You pay for school and that's it. You do nothing. If he does nothing, why does he pay for the school portion? If he does nothing, why does he buy her clothes and shoes if he does nothing? What does that mean, Porsha? He does what he's supposed to do. But then she wants to go on about how he's not in the house. He doesn't know what bills to pay for. I moved out that motherfucker. I don't care what bills you're paying for. I'm asking, do PJ need something? What does she need? I pay for everything. Oh, but what does she need then? What does she need? So at the same time, they're going back and forth about how Porsha is trying to paint him out to be this ain't shit ass nigga who doesn't take care of his child, who doesn't involve himself in his child's life. But we know that Dennis is there. You're mad that he is not there in the way you want him to be. You're mad that he's not being that stand-up guy. and also the father. You want him to be the man for you and the father for PJ. But since he's not doing the man for you part, he's an ain't shit ass father, right? Not good. Not good whatsoever. So they're going back and forth about how, so you want to take me to court? I'm not trying to say I'm taking you to court. I just want us to be 50-50 and understand on everything. That's what I want. So the waitress is coming back and forth with their food, but they're not going to eat. Take this back. Get a box. We're not doing this shit. So he said, listen, you wanna talk about how when you want paperwork, I'm good. But when I want paperwork, it's fucked up. So he's ready to go. She said he's doing all this grandstanding. He wants to take me to court. He wants to be honest from the beginning. He wasn't being supported by relationship with Simon. I thought this was about Pilar. This is not about Pilar. It's about wanting Dennis to be honest about how he feels about you and Simon. Yeah, he might not care. I mean, not care. Yeah, he might not want to see you with another man. He might not. By the same point in time, that's not what Dennis was saying. I want to be privy to where my daughter is going to go. I want to be privy to the decisions that you're going to make about her. I do not care if you're getting married. I want to make sure the whereabouts and the growth of my daughter is good. I don't care about that. Since she's not hearing what she wants to hear, she's getting upset. She's getting upset. So she said, I'm done with him. It's an act. He wants to act all this in cameras. I'm not giving it to him. It's over. It's done. So I'm not going to play his game. So that was the end of the season right there. Porsha and Dennis are continuing to work on their co-parenting plans, but remain cordial. Porsha and Simon moved into a new home, and they're planning a wedding. They have yet to set a date. I wonder why. And she wants to find common grounds for her co-parenting. And she said, when you're co-parent, do not add people because it's going to get crazy. Well, you shouldn't have did what you did, Porsha, because when you added people, the entire process of what you wanted to do got swept, and then we were just consumed with your bullshit. And that's not what you wanted us to find out. But that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.